On Friday it was different, as it was Arizona State that scored first and Lakeland that equalized, ended up going on a 5-0 run in general. But Apple keeps it herself, slings it around the boards, and over towards the other side. Lush, again, another feint on it, picked up by Shaw, behind net, and pickpocketed again. Out towards the side again, picked up by Anita Fleming. Fleming playing down the line, although she's known for playing on the first line in this squad, was the case in the first two matchups and in the games against GCU. As the whistle blows, offside called, 17:45 left to go in the first period. And Lakeland, an interesting game so far.
Yeah, 100%. Right off the hop, the Rustlers have come in with relentless force and pressure. The forwards are forcing to play up the wall, and the defensemen are pushing hard on the strong side, making it tough for Arizona State to actually go.
Knocked around and towards the side again. Down the line, picked off by Hannah Coons. The Alberta native lost it there and gets it right back. Now with Brooklyn Saluski. Saluski got the winner in the first game, or pardon me, she got the insurance goal in the first game to make it 4-1 before Amanda Benson answered to make it 4-2 as the puck flies into Lakeland's bench. A little stoppage in play.
Yeah, Quinn Eatinger, as you mentioned off the top, will get the start in goal today for Arizona State. She was pulled halfway through yesterday. Quinn Eatinger got the goal, a little bit more confidence, so they'll probably need her down the stretch.
Yeah, and Lindsay said after the game that the biggest change, the reason why she pulled Eatinger was because they needed momentum at that certain moments. That was one of them. They needed to take a timeout after they were down 5-1, and they needed to try Ava Cole, and slides it over towards Saluski. Saluski down low, knocked around by Eatinger. Another chance. Slid around with Radcliffe on the far side. Kala Campen puts it back for the Rustlers. It's Hill going the other way. Hill to Apple. Hill again and not again. Fights for the puck. No early goals in this one right now. As this one sent in, fired, and that one turned away. Asha Petrie with the chance. 15:35 as the whistle goes here.
Yeah, you can kind of feel
15:35 as we have our first penalty of the day. Brian Powell in towards the box. So Lakeland has a chance to make it 1-0. They've capitalized on power plays a few times in the series, trying to do so again. It's with Buziak, your side. Now gets her second goal of the series. And once again, Lakeland capitalizes on the power play. Up 1-0 here, 15-15 left in the first. Second time they've done so, and Eatinger has struggled. Meanwhile, Carruthers tries to go the other way. She had 2 yesterday. She goes down, refs' whistles go up, and now it's Arizona State's chance to get on the attacking end.
Yeah, that's a great job by Logan to cross over left and back to the right, taking advantage of the defenseman crossing over in the same direction. Easton will get the key here. Not much else she can do. She wasn't moving her feet to keep up with Cetera. Good job by Logan to draw penalty and try and gain some momentum.
Looking to sweep this exhibition series. Maybe get something here on the other side. It's Carruthers on a 1-on-1. Carruthers shot blocked away by her backtracking Ellie McKenna. Out with Lush. Lush squares it back with Sam Murphy. A 2-on-2. Craig rolling on the right. Numbers rolling back for Lakeland. Sent back in, turned away. Sun Devils looking for something on this power play. Had a decent power play unit so far this season. Looking to continue 2 left in the power play. McKenna far side in a 3-on-2. McKenna skating around. McKenna gloved right into the side by Shea Thompson. Which ended out in wins, all of them with 30 saves. Sent back in towards the middle, and that one turned away. Fleming with the chance. Powell loses her footing. A little trip on the far side, no penalty, and now the ref's whistle will blow. Unfortunate timing there by Powell. as both teams head towards the bench and Powell heads towards the box.
Yeah, I started off with a
in towards the back with Lush. Lush towards Paulson. Paulson in a 1-on-3, poked back. Backtracking there, Apple. Now it's Shaw rolling around towards Apple again. A sliding Lush is able to get that one back. We're in a 4-on-4 for 26 more seconds, and then it's a little power play for the Rustlers. Mia Jarvis slides it in, knocked around, back with her. With Satura, backhanded, around towards Maddie Pladsen, in towards the attack. 10 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Pladsen with Satura, banged into the walls, knocked around. 12:55 left from AZ Ice Gilbert here in the first period. Lakeland up 1-0 courtesy of Paris Apple. Got the opener on Thursday, got the opener today. Now here comes the other way. With Radcliffe, lost her stick, or rather lost the touch. With Wingert, far side, plays it back towards Cole. Cole, 60 out, plays it back with Wingert. Wingert shot turned high. All the way back we go. 24 seconds left in this power play for Lakeland. Already up 1-0. Arizona State has found a way to respond. Nobody has held a 2-0 lead in this. It's with Wingert rolling in. Campen also in the attack. Wingert forced around, cutting around towards that left side. Maddie Messenbrink on the break. 1v3, keeps it herself, and is caught right in the breadbasket by Thompson.
On her A game to get that save with the left body. Got to give her a lot of confidence going forward.
11:32. Shots on goal right now going in favor of the Rustlers, 3-2 compared to the Sun Devils. Sun Devils were outshot in all of the other two games, 41-31 yesterday. They got a bunch of chances as we speak of the Devil here. As Olsen with a shot and another save there for Tom. Face off one back by Lakeland from St. Al Inlet. Meanwhile, that one's sent around. Lloydminster, Alberta on the border of Alberta and Saskatchewan, about half the players from each of those two respective provinces. In towards Lammers, now with Campen, near side, knocked around. Flicked up with Apple, and found with McKenna. 2-on-1 with Ring rolling around. McKenna takes it herself, and that's saved. Rebound by Ring, and another great save by Thompson. 10:37, and the Lakeland netminder is showing out here early.
A bit of a broken play on Apple. Caused that 2-on-1. A miscommunication, and now he's trying to just shift it back. Stays really well at 2-on-1. Two sharp saves by Thompson. Ring was all alone in the backcourt, but had nothing.
Sun Devils looking for some attacking opportunity. Tristan Craig talked about it after game 2 that it was really important that her team was able to get those shots, which were lacking at times in Thursday's game. As here comes Perry the other way, turns it high. In around on the side again. McKenna, Soluski sends it back in towards the corner. Collected by Petrie. Rolled over towards Hill. Hill on the walls with McKenna. And picked up by Radcliffe. Radcliffe again. Slid over towards the walls. Fossil unable to get it. Picked up by Soluski. Soluski with a shot, and that one's gloved by Edinger. The Chicago native able to eat it up there with the left hand. 9:45 left in the period.
Nothing has gotten past them other than that Ellie McKenna chip for the last 2-on-1. Other than that, they slid the ball up.
On the right, looking, shooting, and eventually Edinger able to get it on the rebound. Quinn Edinger getting challenged here. Face off drawn back with Lush. Pickpocketed again. Robertson can't center it. And here comes Powell. She's had a great series so far, though no goals to show for it. Rolling around. Keeps it to herself. And double teamed. Gets it robbed away. Gladson chipped up. Knocked down by Cole. And seen around again. With Carruthers past the red line, out towards, knocked around. Shaw with a good chance. Nonetheless, past the blue line, as Paulson bangs it off the boards. Renee Williams unable to knock it in. Blocked around, Satura whisked the shot. And now Pladson will recollect. 18-12 left in this first. Picked off, and again sent back towards Coons. Coons part of the Cochrane Chaos that played Lakeland just a couple years ago in an exhibition, beat them 5-1. St. Albert, Alberta, about 2 hours away from the Rustlers' home in Vermilion and Lloydminster. Craig around the boards, Thompson unable to get it. Luckily, it's Williams. Or Saluski, rather, with Fleming. Fleming able to knock it around. Ring going forward. Fleming collects. Blocked away. Knocked around again. Pick it up. And eventually smothered by Edinger. Appreciate it, Lakeland. Rolled over towards Berkeley Radcliffe. On the near side, that one picked off. Was a good chance for Campen. Looking for attacking as we see a collision there. Campen right in the middle. Sticks flying. And now we'll see play stopped. Wingert getting in on the action. And a dogfight ensues. Refs trying to break it up. Play stop there, 6:47. 6:47, and little chippiness. You've talked about the physicality, Lakeland, and that's been the case throughout this game. There's just been a little fire, and I think it's coming from ASU, so especially after those first two games.
Yeah, no doubt there's some pent-up aggression and frustration on the end of the Sun Devils, and Lakeland clearly is not.
It does seem interesting, though, that you have those first two games. You're getting your feet wet. It's your first match in about 4 weeks or so, and now you've got those opportunities. You think about it from this perspective, too, that right before break in early December, Arizona State had the Horton Cup, which was 3 Kachinas. They had 2 to start off the year in September. Players from both sides in the box. Berkeley Radcliffe for Arizona State. Ella Wingert for Lakeland. 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. Face off in the neutral zone. 6:47. Let's see what each side can do here. McKenna right into the wall. Picked up by Hill. Hill rolling around. Plays it back. Sent around the boards. Karam to the near corner. Sling it off. In behind Thompson's net, I should say. Murphy picked off by McKenna. 124, 4-on-4 situation. We saw many of these yesterday, especially after Arizona State had a power play. They ended up committing a penalty, and then it was back to even grounds. Near side on the red line, swooping around towards the blue line.
A bit of a quick whistle, at least from our vantage point there. I don't know if Gladson touched that puck before. Obviously, that's a very touchy rule. We saw in the playoffs a couple years ago happen. Edmonton and Colorado, very controversial. So, nonetheless,
Eventually, an easy catch there by Thompson. With Shaw now. And with Lush, picked off by Apple. Apple listed as a forward, but she's playing defense today. She's playing defense alongside Saluski, only in towards the middle. Still looking for someone to get a touch to it, and it's Murphy to do so. Played it around towards Robertson. Past the blue line. on Platson. 27 on 27 right there. Sent in towards Cole. Offers once again, gets Lakeland a goal. This time to make it 2-0. 4:49 left. And the Rustlers are continuing to rustle the Sun Devils. Lakeland has been trying for those spots in the middle, and they were able to get it there. Carruthers off the skate of Messenberg to send it back. In and around off of Carruthers. Fossil. From more than 50 feet out, roughly speaking, if you want a little metric conversion, about 16 or so meters, 15, 16 meters. Nonetheless, it's back with Bree on the near side. Played around with Eaton. Eventually picked up by Brydell. Brydell playing further back from what we saw the past few days as here comes Robertson down the left. Tries to center it, that's knocked away. It's Shaw with a chance. That one turned around. Nobody able to get a stick right in front of the crease. So with Eaton again. Robertson was calling for it. She didn't get it as it's back with ASU, and Murphy will let that one go.
For ASU, they can't. Radcliffe was looking for Sam Murphy in the middle. That pass was behind her. Murphy got that pass in her backhand. She would have had a partial breakaway as the Lakeland defenseman works.
Radcliffe on the right. She'll keep it herself. Powell gets a stick to it. Michaela Pillipo on the fourth line today, able to stick it around. Fourth line continues as Perry gets knocked into the boards. Apple on the other side. She'll keep it here. Sticked around. Sydney Paulson trying to get a stick to it. And sent out towards Pillipo. Can't wrap around. Satura with the poke away towards the side. Pillipo again on the far side with Apple. Ref's got his hand up, and another penalty coming. But they're back in the spotlight today as Paris Apple and Brooklyn Saluski.
That's the big thing. 2.5 minutes creates momentum for them going into the second period.
With McKenna at the point. Lofted away. Then towards the side again. It's one back by Wingert. Saluski caught by Edinger. And Lakeland continues their attack, even shorthanded.
Yeah, and they always say the one fault of an umbrella power play, if it gets a little bit janky at the top of that umbrella, then a breakaway can happen.
Far side sneaks away. Powell fires. Easy glove there by Thompson.
It's a well-placed shot by Brianne Powell. She was looking to bank that off the far pad. Anita Fleming was right at that back post, ready to hammer in the rebound. But good presence of mind by Thompson to reach down with her glove and not stop that with her pad.
1:54 left in the period. Still 36 seconds difference between the play clock and the power play clock. Sun Devils with the player advantage. Platson and another save. Near side corner. Platson trying to go top right corner. And Thompson said, not today.
Yeah, I'd almost like to see Platson take that and just fire it in one motion towards the net. She's got two of her players going to that net, both the bumper and the net front player on the umbrella. So,
with Radcliffe, can't get it back. Centered around, cleared away. Back in again, it's Lamers on the change. Lamers with a chance. Lamers. Defense for Lakeland jingled up. Murphy's shot. And another save by Thompson. Her 9th of the match.
Yeah, a couple good plays there. I mean, Berkeley Radcliffe, way to hustle back, get her stick in there and not
attacking circle. McKenna will track it around towards Murphy, and the offside will go up.
You think you got to, but for now they've just been trying.
You look at it from one side too, as you alluded to, Lakeland, blocker side and the glove side. both goals for Arizona State. The Lake first period rolls towards its closure. Rydell picked around. Or pardon me, that's McKenna. McKenna sent up with Lush. Lush looking to quarterback Powell with Craig. And Arizona State having a tough time establishing dominance in the attack. But they got Powell here. Powell shot and another glove. Eventually a glove by Thompson. 19.6 seconds.
Effective penalty kill by Lakeland. They spent a considerable amount of time in the offensive zone in Arizona State's end, and best way to kill a penalty.
In with Radcliffe. She'll circle around, killing time with Messenbrink right in front of us. And now knocked around with Shaw. Cole and Robertson see now towards Carruthers, down towards the side of the ice, and an icing is called here with 1.1 seconds left.
Depending on how aggressive you want to be, you could pull your goalie. You could pull Eatinger here and get 6 and try and just slap something towards the net. 1.1. Crazier things have happened, but looks like Eatinger will stay put.
You got a point, but Arizona State will remain even here. Here from AZ Ice, Gilbert. Once again, Arizona came courtesy of Paris Apple before his Brooklyn Saluski bagging her second goal of the series and her second goal for the Rustlers in this game just 10 minutes later. We'll take men's hockey on Inferno TV. Two sides, Lakeland is up this time 2-0 on Arizona State. Alongside Lachlan McTagg, I'm Mahirson Hassan. Thanks for tuning in, or rather just regular season play in general next week. Face off one back by Lakeland. Picked off again by Bree Powell, taking it off of Shaw. Powell snakes it around, leaves it off towards Murphy. Murphy into space again. Ketchum sent in. And that one turned away. Skating all the way back. As it was an interesting first period, both teams with 9 shots on goals. But Lakeland, the one getting 2 past Quinn Edinger. Madeline Mann on the puck now. Going around, bouncing around. And it's a nifty bounce, but it's right towards Edinger. Now again, their target we've seen throughout this entire series has been the case throughout the regular season. Whenever they have scored at least 3 goals, they have won. Whenever they have scored 2 or less, they have lost. Austin Eaton sees us out, and we have our first icing, and this one going against ASU.
Yeah, Bree Powell earlier in that try and go in front to Bree Powell. You wonder what would have happened if Bridle had an open shot from the slot there.
Lost the shot there. It was Ellie Baree with the chance. Murphy rolling around, back with Bree Powell. Powell rolling on a 1-on-2. Going around towards the other side, too far. This yesterday on his Twitter and in the articles for ASU Women's Hockey that if there's one player that's shined, maybe not on the score sheet, it's been Bree Powell for the amount of tenacity she's had, the energy, as Satura sends us in, and it's gloved by Thompson for her first save of the day. But Bree Powell, again, like her, if the Sun Devils want to get back in this one. Face off near side now. It's Craig against with Jarvis. And now sent around towards Craig in one. Second goal, that is, in this game. Excuse me. Now to Perry. Perry in behind. Jarvis scoops it up. With Zalewski, fired inside. Sent back in. Both the attack and defense. Out in and out around. You have Coons and Platson in the back. They've been playing the first line for majority of that time, and in the front, Anita Fleming, Ellie McKenna, and Paige Ring. So the 2 players, essentially, are the 2 lines listed as first. Fidel with a chance, and it falls to Wingert. Ellie McKenna can't get a touch to it. Coons plays it around. In with Campen. Campen with a touch. Same goes to McKenna, and Platson fighting for a save there.
And ASU just not helping themselves very much. They just aren't able to get the puck out of the zone. The forechecking pressure has been sustained throughout this afternoon here. And a lot of that has been the defensive core of the Rustlers. Strong side defenseman pinch.
Before it's corralled by Berkeley Radcliffe. Radcliffe off the skate of Maddie Messenbrink. Seen back towards Madeline Mann. 2 mans on this team, Madeline and Olivia. Olivia scratched yesterday and a scratch today. Radcliffe again, in towards the blue line, trying to get something going on the attack inside. Ketchum plays it off towards Messenbrink. Here's a chance. Messenbrink saved around, still in the chance. And again, Lakeland able to collect. Kira Buziak going the other way. Slings around the boards. Waddled around towards the other side. Robertson, fresh off checking in, will get a stick. Same goes towards Belle Smith, third. Fossil around, puck flies high, but it comes down. Carruthers can't get it. It's won back by Powell. Powell rolls around near side. Still looking for some options. Still keeping the puck. It was good control before it was knocked by Carruthers. She'll try to stay with it. Perry going towards the corner. She goes. Sent back with Lush. 15:06 left in the second period. 12 shots on goal for either side. Powell goes down. Carruthers the one guarding her. Another collapse there is with Fossil. Meanwhile, it's Buziak. That one bounced around. She's tripped. Ref's arms goes up. And a penalty coming. Egregious trip on the far side, and there should it happen. Brooklyn Zalewski, the one heading to the sin bin. And the Sun Devils looking for their first goal of the day. First 2 games, they got it in the first 5 minutes. This game, they've struggled to bag their first Gino. And towards the side, Rings just unable to convert on them. Pin back to Powell. Fighting around with Williams. One back by Lush. Lush down the line, sent around, and towards Platson in the attack. One back by Murphy. Murphy into some space, just beyond. Murphy with a chance. Murphy with a shot. And it's another glove by Thompson. Sam Murphy has had a few chances, and she's had a lot of points in her Arizona State career. To be exact, she's had 74. She's 1 point away from breaking Kat Jones's all-time, whose shot is third high. The rebound is in, though. And the defense comes through again. This time, it's Sammy Lush, the Gurnee, Illinois native, cuts one back for Arizona State, 13-39, and the Sun Devils convert on the power play.
Yeah, ASU again running that umbrella formation. This time it's Ellie McKenna, the quarterback, usually playing forward. Lutch was the bumper man in the middle. Murphy put one on net, went high blocker off the arm of Thompson, and Lutch was right in the slot and put that one 5-hole. Make no mistake about it.
Interesting things about this series, Lakeland, but I think the most interesting thing, as Lush fires this one, that one almost sailed out of the rink into the lobby area almost. But either way, all goals for Arizona State in this series have come from defensemen, which I think is quite interesting. It was Benson on Thursday, Jarvis on Friday, and Lush today. One back. Lammers on the counter, 2-on-3 right now. Lammers spinning around, rolling around, and Edinger's
bad for a team. You know, it's great because you love to have your decor involved in the offense and play such a big role in scoring. It's a sign of a good team when everyone gets involved, but on the Devils.
2-1. Sun Devils still with a chance. Have not lost a series this year in the regular season. As Lakeland scoops around, it's Lammers. Denied near side. It's Fleming on the chase. 1-on-3. Getting it right past Zaluski is Fleming. It goes towards a corner. Looking for some options, and McKenna loses it again. Lambert with a chance. Neither one able to convert.
Just a yard sale there as Ellie McKenna knocked her man down to the ice. That was
back in with Madeline Mann. Played with Kaylee Hill. Past the blue line. Kaylee Hill snaking it right. Kaylee Hill scores in 3-1. The advantage stands in favor of the Canadians.
Yeah, I'd find it, and she sniped low glove on Quinn Eatinger to make it a 3-1 hockey game.
McKenna unable to get a stick, and just a minute and 30 after Arizona State made it just a 1-goal deficit, Lakeland keeps the home side at an arm's length. Messenbrink hopping around, playing it towards Olsen, and right in front, unable to get anything going. With Hill going the other side, 2-on-2, rolling around. In towards the side, right behind Edinger's net. In the big zone. The defenseman sends it up towards Smith. On a 2-on-4, Smith heralded away by Murphy. The stick too far though. Still in the neutral zone around the red line. And now it squirts back towards Thompson, I should say. Barry off the boards with Robertson. First line trying to come through here. So here comes Buziak, the extra skater. Knocked off of Fossil. 10:56 left in the second period. Approaching the halfway point. Arizona State looking to not get swept in this exhibition series. Bridle, they're back at half throughout this entire game. A few chances into the attack, but not too many quarterbacking moments for them. Bridle. Zaluski able to track it back with Cole now. Robertson off her stick, plays it around. And 10:06 left. It's with Powell, played with Craig. In a 1-on-3. Craig leaves it to dig themselves out of a hole here. 9:52 left as Satura picks it up. Satura in a 2-on-2. Rolling down the right with McKenna in the middle. Satura can't get the best stick to it as that one's knocked around and cleared up towards Lakeland. And a little strapple by Platson. Ref's hands going up. Whenever we get the stoppage, power play coming. On around, And that one smothered by Thompson.
Yeah, it was just a strange delayed offside, but Thompson will stop that regardless. So face-off will be to her right. Draw one effectively by Sam Murphy. Back up top to the point, it's Coons. Coons on the half wall for Murphy, battling with a number of players down there, Wingert involved. Coons sends that right around the boards. Apple will give chase. Good forecheck by Anita Fleming in the corner. Scrum ensues. Murphy gets it out, but only as far as Lakeland on the attack once again. Lammers across. Here's Campen in front. Lammers, couldn't get on the other end of that pass across the crease. Ref's arm goes up, and a penalty coming here to Arizona State.
Yeah, Wingert was right in the midst of it, and starting to see Arizona State get some momentum. They were able to take a power play that cut the lead 2-1 before Lakeland responded, and these are the top
player into Quinn Eatinger, and that'll be an interference call. So a big kill for Arizona State. 8:30 left to go here in this second period. And a face-off won by McKenna. Lutch will slam that down the length of the ice. Thompson will stop that. Barry will give chase behind her net, cuts behind. Good forecheck by the captain, McKenna. ASU will control here. Shot out, but only as far as Hill. She is able to hold the line. Hill working in. Hill shooting. Save, rebound, they score! On the rebound, it's Petrie to make this a 4-1 game on the power play.
Yeah, and that's where Lakeland does it best. They're just able to get those spacing, and they're able to take that mid-range shot, and when you have Petrie right in front of goal, it's an easy forecheck there in the shot.
For that one, as those are the kinds of opportunities as a defenseman. You just need to get the puck out at all costs, or else it'll come back and bite you, and it certainly did there. Seems the other end here, Quinn Eatinger with a bit of a wardrobe malfunction with her equipment.
When you look at the shots, Lakeland, this is an interesting game, and you think about it, if there's one silver lining from this game, despite being down by 3, it's the fact that Arizona State has only put up 3 less shots on goal compared to what we've seen from Lakeland. It's 18-15 in favor of the Rustlers. And Lindsay Ellis' side talked about it. She talked about it with her players after the game that they needed to go forward, they needed to bring the house, and I think more importantly, they needed to do well on the defensive side.
Yeah, you're right about that. I think the difference in this game as well has just been the offensive zone possession time for both teams. Obviously, we don't have access to that stat, but based on the game we've been seeing here, it'd be very lopsided in favor of Lakeland. So I think Lakeland has been a bit picky with the shots they're taking, whereas Arizona State, not Arizona State's lone goal. Sam Murphy just put the puck on net, and it found Sammy Lutch in the slot, but more where that came from. So I'm not sure if Eatinger had an equipment issue or she was shaken up, skating off under her own power, which is always good. And I believe we're going to see a goaltending change as well.
Okay, and again, we'll see Carson Hellman, who has had a good saving percentage. Started the first game on Thursday, came off the bench yesterday. She'll be able to get something going here. Again, the other goaltender, Brooke Heimel, a scratch for this series.
Unfortunate break for Eatinger. Yesterday she was pulled by the coach Lindsay Ellis back. Has played well thus far. You honestly can't blame any of these goals on her. But Carson Hellman just getting a few warm-up shots in from Sam Murphy and be underway in a second. Action, but I guess exhibition play calls for that. So Canadians are very polite, I must say. Face-off here controlled by Lakeland momentarily. Selwiski got that knocked away from her by Murphy. Murphy gives chase on Cole. Whistle goes. For what? I'm not sure. Potentially an offside.
Yeah, it seemed like it's going towards the neutral zone, and Arizona State just trying to get something in the offensive zone, just try to get some kind of quarterback phase, because if there's anything we haven't seen, it's just that command.
For Carruthers in the middle, or Buziak, excuse me, gets that puck back. Tries to chip it by. Now Radcliffe will give chase behind her net. Radcliffe surveys and will stop up. Being forced here by the forecheck of the Rustlers. Brianne Powell tries to chip that, but only goes as far as Carruthers. potential 3-on-2 building, but good defensive play by Berkeley Radcliffe. Powell chips that off the glass. I believe that hit a stanchion and tries to get it back. Another good play by Berkeley Radcliffe. It's a few on this shift, but a break in front. To the backhand was Buziak, but she put that just wide. Back up to the point. Work down low. Buziak has it again, and she fires in that low glove, to make this a 4-goal lead for Lakeland.
Yeah, a lot of low glove shots, and Buziak again gets a goal. She's gotten a goal in every single game in this exhibition, and a lot of them are just finishing at the right spots. That's another goal Lakeland was in this series.
And they're right back on the attack now. Here's Perry in front, saved by Eatinger. She had to be sharp there on the redirection in the slot, and chips it back down behind the net. Satera in front. Nobody home for ASU. But Satera regains this puck after it went wayward there. Satera in front. McKenna, the tip wall. Jumble of players there. Kept it in. McKenna down low for Satera. Satera chips it back to McKenna, who tries to cycle it low for Satera, who's on the ice currently. Fleming in there mixing it up with Madeline Mann. Now Satera around in front. Wraparound chance. Saved by Thompson off the top of the circle there, is steered aside effectively by Thompson. Fleming has the puck. Works it for Ellie McKenna. Ellie McKenna in front. Good stick by Thompson. Finds the puck in the slot. Surrounded by Lakeland Rustlers, and the puck is able to come out. So here's Pladsen. Nice move, but couldn't regain control of the puck. Outfired on goal, just wide by Paige Ring. Messenbrink. She had her stick lifted, but it's okay because Compton was there. Compton forechecking with Messenbrink in the corner, causing chaos. 2-on-1 battle ensues. ASU able to come out with this. Olsen shovels it to the net. Oh, and a penalty. There's a bit of extracurricular. ASU in front of the net there. Penalty should be called on the play.
Yeah, it did look like it was a lot of extracurricular activities and kind of a recall to what we saw early in the first period with both teams really going at it. We'll see Perry head to the penalty box, so a chance coming for Arizona State with an advantage.
For the Rustlers over the Arizona State Sun Devils. Wingert to take the draw against Bree Powell. Wingert wins it back, but the Sun Devils control. Now Pladsen. Pladsen controls here. Surveying. Pladsen fires. Disruption by Barry. Up top for Radcliffe on the far side. Rimmed around. Bree Powell will chase that puck in the corner. Has Lammers on her. Good stick by Pladsen to keep it in. Pladsen being patient here. Working in the corner. Pladsen down low. It's Paige Ring in front. Off the blocker. Ring has it once again. Ring working in the corner. Back up to the half wall for Bree Powell, who fires on net. And Thompson. But Thompson was able to gobble that puck up, and the faceoff will come to her right.
Yeah, that's just a good stand there. She has to get up on her feet and then bring back down. It's just good reflexes by the netminder for Lakeland, and Arizona State continuing to try to get into that offensive zone, get into the attacking third.
So Campen and Murphy to take the draw. Murphy wins another decisive draw back. Here's McKenna. Pulls the trigger. Tipped by Lutch in front. Rebound. Sammy Lutch had another chance. Puck still loose in the crease. Where is it? ASU believes it's in. Sammy Lutch had...
Yeah, it seemed like it was just right in front, but I don't think it snuck through, Lakeland. You got a good point on that.
Murphy to take this draw here. Scramble draw won by the Sun Devils. McKenna not able to keep it in. She's got two forecheckers right on him. That's Petrie and Hill. McKenna goes behind her net. Good stick check by Hill. Petrie tries to get that puck in deep, but it'll go as far as Ellie McKenna before Sammy Lutch chips it out. Good chance. Here's Sam Murphy one-on-one. Murphy works wide, stops up, waiting for support. Murphy throws it behind the net. Tristan Craig will chase that puck. Lets that go behind. As there's a mess at the ASU bench. Paige Ring tried to move it back for her point man, but McKenna was in the middle. McKenna works it far side for Anita Fleming. That was Ava Cole able to mitigate that rush chance from Anita Fleming. Now paddle ensues on the half wall. Camping in there with attack with speed. Brianne Powell works wide, surveying, cuts to the middle. Bree Powell seemingly a 2-on-4, 2-on-5 here as the man advantage is over. Another good kill for Lakeland. Now works for Pladsen. Pladsen winds, fires, oh, just over the net there. Now Robertson tries to get that, but Ketchum will take this behind the net. Robertson with her the whole way. Tries to center it in front. Puck's loose in the crease, and Thompson will gobble that up. But Messenbrink mixing it up, and again, more extracurriculars. It's a 3-on-5. ASU electing not to go full Donnybrook.
She has her glove off, not going to punch anybody, but she is a physical player. She has talked about this before, that she wants to be in those situations where she's getting the puck, and it ended up costing her here as she goes to the box.
So we'll see what they make of all of this here. It's an official's nightmare, because essentially everyone on the ice for Lakeland was surrounding the 3-4-on-5. Nonetheless, you can tell these teams have played each other for the third day in the row now. They're getting a little bit tired of the antics.
Yeah, and again, when you see a team that much, especially back to back to back, you start to know what a team looks like, and you start to know how you really get into their heads a little bit, because there's a lot of chirping on the ice. You understand the types of personalities that you see out there is just more than just a player with a puck and a stick.
So Madeline Mann and Messenbrink will each get 2-minute penalties. We'll play 4-on-4 here. Robertson, we're in the slot. Good work by Lakeland.
Yeah, and again, that's a decent chance, and we've seen Lakeland try to just go for those shots, kind of going first time, if you will, but at the same time, that's really worked in their favor.
So scramble draw, controlled by ASU. Sam Murphy. Good in the dot all afternoon long as she gives that away to Darby Robertson. Robertson fending off a couple ASU defenders. Robertson working out top of the circle now near the slot. Elects not to shoot. Now here's Barry. Fires!
Thought about taking that first shot initially, was able to take the second, but at the same time, that's just great work by Hellman to see the traffic and get it right into her breadbasket.
So in the shot department, ASU now leads Lakeland in shots, 22-21. Even bouncing around out there. No team can get clear possession until now with Ellie McKenna, who reverses it behind four checkers. Now McKenna for Fleming, who has speed. Fleming goes wide, shoots, save, rebound in front, they score! It was Maddie Platson who joined the rush off the back end.
Left wing, she's able to stick it there, and again, Platson with the open space. If you smell blood in the water, you might as well take it.
And has been so good today, just bobbled that one. And 4 left to go. We will have a face-off at center ice. Salwiski still has the puck behind the net. Salwiski, essentially the one-man breakout there for her. Tried to steal the wall, but Jarvis will get this and is only able to get to the red line, but continues to forecheck, even as a defenseman. Rim to rim in front, Buziak! Upstairs, top shelf where Mama hides the cookies. Buziak goes bar down. And what a quick answer for Lake.
Back in favor of their opponents. They're able to steal it right back, and Kira Buziak has been cooking this entire series. It's their second goal of the game, and it's a great finish.
Fossil in the corner, rims it around. Murphy tried to get that, but Cole was able to seal the wall there. Puck was in front, I think blocked by here. Radcliffe waits behind the net before just being forced around by players. Tries the saucer pass. Crothers shot blocked by Fossil in front. Now played in the corner. Here's Messenbrink. Messenbrink moves it to the middle. Turned over there. Salwiski. Oh, tipped just wide. Good at late chance, but that's all she wrote for the second period. End of the second period. And we will take a brief break for intermission, roughly 15 minutes or so, while the ice gets cleaned and everyone in here gets warm. We will see you back for more third period action here on Inferno TV. 2 periods of play. The Rustlers from Lakeland University 6, the Arizona State Sun Devils 2. 24-22 in favor of the Sun Devils. But the offensive zone possession time has been very lopsided in favor of Lakeland. They've gotten the better quality chances and they've capitalized. So face off here at center ice, and we are just about ready to get things started for the 3rd period here in Gilbert. Scramble draw, one back. Now Fossil behind her net. Comes it right across hard. Shot on net handled there by Carson Hellman. Picked up by Bridle. Barry will have it. Now in the middle, Perry. Little inside-outside move on Berkeley. Now scramble behind the net. Fossil tries to get this up. Shot, save, rebound is in the corner. That was off the stick of Campen. Had a point-blank chance, and Carson Hellman said no thank you. So Berkeley Radcliffe works it to Logan Satara. Oh, that hit the ground. Now Claudia Lammer's shot just wide. Campen and Satara battling along the half wall. Campen gets the better of that. Now Lammers in front. No one home. Good defense by the Sun Devils. Selwiski chips that back in. Fossil unable to get that out as Campen has that. And cleared away by Sydney Paulson. Across. Paige Ring tries to chip it in the middle for McKenna. She missed. Now Apple cuts back on her backhand. That's intercepted by Ring. She straddles the blue line before entering the zone. She's harassed by 4 Lakeland defenders. Back on the half wall, McKenna elects not to shoot. Down low for Ring. McKenna gets it back. In the corner, chip by. Apple tried to chip it to herself. Didn't work there that's Anita Fleming in the corner. 2-on-2 battle ensues. Selwiski in there as well, able to come out with the puck. Apple, chip it to herself, and again it's the official, but this time worked in her favor. Petrie with a head of steam here working on Lutch. Petrie tries to go inside on Sammy Lutch. She wasn't having any of that. Rimmed back around. Sophie Fossil. Back for Lutch. Back around Fleming in the corner. She has to leave her usual spot to get down to get that puck. Puck by McKenna. McKenna looking rink wide for Ring. This line at the end of their shift here, and it shows as Paige Ring was unable to get to that pass. Back in on the attack. Here's Darby Roberts. Shaw just wide. May have hit a defender in front. Now Barry pinches in. Hits Crothers for that point shot. She got that in the back. As Ketchum comes away with this. But good poke check by Barry. Darby Robertson couldn't handle that in her feet. She deflected it in. Now Fossil over for her partner Lutch. Lutch in the middle. Pass intercepted by Buziak at the line. Nothing coming there for Lakeland. Rimmed around by Lutch. And a hand pass will be called. So the face-off will be to Carson Hellman's right. Good chances here for Lakeland thus far early in this period. Been unable to capitalize. As Crothers will take this draw against Sam Murphy. Was talking to the linesman. Crothers wins this to Buziak. Buziak deflected in front. Oh, caught Carson Hellman off guard, but made the save with her right toe. Good pinch by Buziak at the blue line. She read that like a book. Crothers in the slot, shooting. And right in the catching mitt of Carson Hellman. And the face-off will come to her left. Boy, these Lakeland defensemen have been active all afternoon long. We've heard Saskatchewan. Now the aforementioned Buziak puts one to the net off a draw win by Ply-Plow. Trying to hold that in Bari, and she does. Somehow she was able to get Buziak for Ply-Plow. Pladson trying to get this puck out. And Sun Devils will get it in off the stick of Bridle. Bari will go as the Sun Devils make a wholesale change. Cross ice, Satara reached her stick at that. We'll go the length of the ice. Fossil will touch up, and it'll come all the way back down in the Lakeland zone for an icing. Not a lot of time spent in that zone. Satara in the half wall works it down low. That missed Craig, but it's okay because Paulson has that. And up and over the glass into the netting. So face off will come to Thompson's left in the Lakeland zone. So scramble draw controlled by Lakeland. Good chip there. That's Lammers. But Radcliffe back in time. Radcliffe, tight turn. Campen deflects that puck in, barely with their stick. And Lammers is able to pressure Radcliffe, and they get the puck. Now Campen over to Cole, one-timer taken quickly. Blocked in front by Paige Ring. Ellie McKenna is on the attack here for ASU. Hit a defender's skate. And Wingert will be on the attack. Tries to cut to the middle. Good defensive play made by Anita Fleming, and her two line mates will go on the attack. Here's Paige. Defender took the body there. That was Ava Cole. Effective body positioning there. Now a shot. Ava Cole again blocking that. To the line. Fossil had her shot blocked, and a melee here at center ice. Messenbrink trying to lift Wingert's stick. Gets it to Lammers now. Lutsch will give chase and rims this right back up the wall. Here's Evelyn Olsen. She's got some open ice to work. Olsen fires. Save, rebound in front. Cleared away by Lakeland momentarily. Another good block by Petrie as Jarvis stepped into that shot. A good hold there. It's Messenbrink. My goodness. What a body check there. Cole has this puck for the Rustlers. Poke checked away. In the middle, Bree Powell was there to intercept. Now Amanda Benson to Sam Murphy. Sam Murphy dumps it in. My goodness. Full yard sale over there as Bree Powell hammers a shot. That is held by Thompson. We hope everyone's okay at that far. I mean, no wrongdoing done on either player or either team, but someone will get a penalty out of this. She gets up. And unfortunately for Hill, she's a bit shaken up on the play, but I guess now she has 2 minutes for roughing to shake off whatever injury she's got. So ASU will go back on the power play here. Shots even 26-26 with 12:55 left to go in this third period. 6-2 in favor of the visiting Lakeland University Rustlers. Powell takes this against Carruthers, and Carruthers wins this back effectively there. Darby Robertson gets the rim around from her D-man. Robertson banks this the length of the ice. ASU will have to retrieve. Carruthers, aggressive forecheck here early. We'll see if Bree Powell can line something up over to Pladsen. Now here's Paige Ring coming across the blue line, waiting for support. Ring fires. Unable to hit the stick of Anita Fleming. Bree Powell, dangerous pass back there. Radcliffe unable to keep it in. 2-on-1 here by Darby Robertson to Haley Carruthers. But that hit the pitchfork on the jersey of Carson Hellman. That'll be a face-off to her right. Next unit coming on here as Sam Murphy takes the draw. Now one back to Apple. Tristan Craig blocked that with her leg, and puck goes wide. McKenna retrieves behind her own net. Now Murphy in front. Robertson read that well, but Murphy able to get this puck back. Murphy working on her forehand, stops up. They'll set up the power play. And Lakeland's aggressive here. They might have their second 2-on-1. It's in reverse order this time. Now Robertson gets it on her forehand in front. Carruthers. Pretty passing, but unfortunately those two are at the end of their shift. Nothing could materialize. Now here's Tristan Craig. And so is that unit, so a lot of open space to work. Now cleared the length of the ice, or at least as far as Berkeley Radcliffe. Good job to knock that puck down. Radcliffe over to Bree Powell. That was just too far from her. Barry will give chase. Hits the shin pads of Bree Powell, now trying to get it out. Paige Ring is there to seal the wall. Back up to Radcliffe. Radcliffe thought about the pass across to her partner. But unit Lutsch in front. Paige Ring was whacking away at the side of the goal, but it be held for a face-off to Thompson's right. Now 10:52 left to go here. A number of Lakeland faithful made the trip down from northern Alberta here to the desert. A lot of Canadian flags and Calgary Flame, Edmonton Oiler hats around, something you don't see too often in Arizona. Face-off won by Lakeland. Breakout pass to Perry. She was trying to chip that in the middle for more support. Now Selwiski will give chase on this puck. Messenbrink right on her. Now rims around for Perry. In the middle, Lakeland trying to break out here with Eaton. Eaton feeds it in front. Now Selwiski has this puck. Excuse me, that was Ava Cole, Selwiski's partner. But ASU trying to get this puck out. Now Messenbrink has a head of steam ahead. Messenbrink fires. Blocker save by Thompson. Steers that in the corner effectively. Now Olsen tried to get that, do something, but Selwiski will come away with this puck. Tries to work across ice, but her teammates were changing, unfortunately. Timmer's chasing her. Murphy rims it around for Brienne Powell. A little body fake there from Powell. And Carson Hellman will gobble up this puck. And the faceoff will come to her left. Just under halfway. Just under the halfway mark, I should say, rather, in this third period. 6-2 lead in favor of the visitors. Faceoff won by Lakeland. Back to the point, that's Perry. Camping down low for Lammers. Lammers uses the net out in front. Was unable to hit the stick there, and a whistle goes, and the net was off. So Carson Hellman's net comes off its moorings. I believe the faceoff will remain inside the Arizona State end. Wingert wins that back. Now on the half wall, Campen receives that pass. Wingert in the corner, being harassed by a couple ASU defenders before they try and get that puck out. Now Craig headmans it for Logan Sotera. Then tries to work that to the weak side, but Ellie McKenna was there, and Anita Fleming couldn't materialize any offense as she was going 1-on-3. Lammers, effective stick check by Pladsen. Pladsen in on the attack again, disrupts it once more. McKenna over to Benson. Benson up for Fleming. Fleming was met immediately by Petrie as Smith will dump this in. Benson will give chase behind her net. Righty's on her offhand. She reverses it back for Pladsen. Pladsen surveys, flips it to the weak side for Paige Ring. It's one play we haven't seen many of the ASU defensemen make, is that weak side flip. In general, both decors haven't made that play too often tonight. So Lakeland trying to break out in the neutral zone. Pass from Buziak, misses Petrie. Potentially an icing could have been called there, but nothing. They waved it off nonetheless. Now Evelyn Olsen coming in 2-on-2, maybe Smith in the middle. Now Fossil's got a retreat, or Jarvis, excuse me. Jarvis tries to cut to the middle and does. Cole gets this up ice. Potential break here. Darby Robertson. Sammy Lutch, even though they're in the defensive end, she'll go right to the bench. So brief 5-on-4 opportunity. It's now been negated. So defender gets knocked down. Not many options. Oh, that weird bounce off the end boards. But goes in favor of the Sun Devils. Now a breakout pass to the middle. It's Shaw. Brienne Powell chips it by Shaw, but Shaw read that the whole way. Smart play from her. Now Robertson gets it in across the line, waiting for support, finds it. Here's Crothers. Curl and drag shot. So left pad saved by Carson Hellman. Here goes Berkeley Radcliffe. Radcliffe giving, and Apple will give chase behind her net. Reverses it around for her partner, but Tristan Craig in there on the forecheck. Logan Sotera throws it in front. Bridle was unable to get on the receiving end of that entry here. And pass for Perry. Perry's got a head of steam. Tries to beat Radcliffe wide. Perry in front. Tucked that just wide. She absolutely had the angle on Carson Hellman. Could have been another goal for Perry, but instead it remains 6-2 for Lakeland. Now Sotera. Now Paulson. Here Paulson in on breakaway. Forehand scores! Sydney Paulson. Top shelf where Mama hides the cookies. It's a 3-goal deficit now for the Sun Devils, but nonetheless, what an unbelievable individual effort there from the Waconia, Minnesota native. Paulson went forehand, backhand, forehand, shelf on Thompson. Not a whole lot Thompson could do on that one. That puck got elevated quickly. Good job by Paulson to make it a 6-3 game. 5:29 left to go. McKenna between her legs. Nice skill play. Gets it to Paige Ring off the stick of Fleming. Paige Ring. Double teamed on the half wall. Good defense by Lakeland as they will get this out and start to break out. Lammers. Pass deflected. Now Hannah Coons was in trouble. She was on her knees there and was able to make a play. Good job by Hannah. Now Pladsen. Try to reverse it around for Coons. ASU's in a bit of trouble, and Coons was able to recover. She deflected that puck. So that is Paulson's 5th of the season. Trouble with the goal, so the referees will tend to the pegs in the net there. The puck will drop, and it's won. Campen tried to retrieve that at the point. Blocked and flipped into the Arizona State bench. Of course, Coons didn't mean that. No harm done. Sam Murphy this time and take the draw against Wingert. Sam Murphy wins that back effectively, as we've seen her do so many times tonight. Paulson tries to chip that by Lammers, but Tanabari is there. Pair of 17s on the far side wing. Now Lammers. Takes it around, surveys, back up by in the corner. Campen and Wingert down there. Murphy able to get the puck away. Craig tries to chip it by. Oh, great play at the line by Kylie Buziak. Now Barry. Buziak wanted it, but it could have been a 2-on-1 and a partial break for Tristan Craig if she wants it. Craig for Shaw. A good block by Paige Ring. Ring has some free ice. McKenna took a big whack. One of the players behind the play, but Selwiski comes away with this puck. Selwiski, very offensive-minded defenseman, equal opportunity on the rush. Lutch with a good off effectively by the forechecking pressure of Lakeland. And now Ring tries to chip this. She gets this puck. Unfortunately for her, she's at the end of her shift and just sends it back in, and Selwiski will give chase. Selwiski's got Bree Powell on her. Oh, Bree Powell. So Cole in the corner battling Ketchel. Lakeland coming away with this puck with miscommunication. See if Sun Devils can capitalize. Fossil dumps it in. Now Brianne Powell controls for ASU. Back up top, Radcliffe. Oh, she fanned on the shot. Lakeland could have a potential odd man rush. Radcliffe recovers with a nice defensive play, and now she'll lead the rush 1-on-4. Berkeley Radcliffe cuts to the middle. And a good block there by Fossil. Rims this around for Paulson. Paulson rims this around, no one home for ASU, so Apple will retreat behind her own net, but now it's Tristan Craig and Paulson on the forecheck. Apple gets this back once again, scramble behind the net, but Lakeland able to get out of it. Darby Robertson. That's up for Alyssa Shaw. Shaw gets this puck behind the ASU goal. Radcliffe rims it around for Craig. Craig up for Murphy. Murphy's got a head of steam, watch out. Sam Murphy recovers this treatment of that, but Darby Robertson will get this back, and McKenna steals this puck. Works to the middle. Paige Ring. Shot, save, rebound. It's in the crease. It's loose. Anita Fleming whacking at it. Who has it? Finally, the whistle goes. Thompson has that puck. And again, once more, some extracurricular activity post-whistle. Seen that all night, or all afternoon, I should say. McKenna and Fleming line will stay out there with Benson and Pladsen. New lines coming out for Lakeland. Some confusion on the bench. They're yelling for the Sam Murphy stick. Got lost. Sam Murphy's stick will be returned to its rightful owner, and play will resume. McKenna wins the draw. Pladsen. All she had really was just a chip down the half wall, and she did that. Pladsen gets this on her backhands, walks to her forehand. Good stop-up move there. Plow giving chase. Pladsen tried to cut to the middle. Too many players cramming that middle. Now Pladsen tried to find McKenna. Selwiski chips that. Dangerous chip. Potential breakaway, but didn't have it. As ASU making a change now. Selwiski. That hits Pladsen. I believe her laces came undone there. Imagine a kid forgetting to tie their shoes and tripping over their laces. That's essentially what happened to Pladsen. Brianne Powell, that just missed on the blocker side. Almost a seeing eye shot off the stick of Bree Powell. 3-on-2 breaking here for Lakeland. Jarvis trying to be aggressive on Lammers. In front. Puck chipped away. Wingard has that, a good block. And that will do it. Final score here at AZ Ice in Gilbert. 6 for the visiting Lakeland Desert for them. They were the better team in all three near the end of this game. As the teams shake hands, Lakeland, obviously, as I mentioned, we're definitely the better team. I think a lot of lessons can be learned for this Arizona State hockey team going forward. They have a packed schedule, including playing a 4-4 for ASU. But for now, Lakeland will go back to the -20 weather, unfortunately for them. But they're taking 3 W's with them as ASU will salute their crowd. All 3 of these games were exhibition, and so as the teams exit the ice, they'll take one final photo together, a nice gesture from both teams to end a good 3-day stretch of hockey before the semesters begin on Monday for both schools. And as the final photo is being taken, that will wrap up our coverage here for everyone at Inferno TV. For Mahir Sinhansen, I'm Lachlan McTagg, saying good night